aldık. Bu konuda tekrarladıklarını ve şu an bir aslında çok zorlu şartlarda gerçekten ama biz de, Ahmet abi şöyle geçelim istersen.
Ben korkuyorum o yüzden. Bak çok yer baksana milleti toplaşıyor. Ama işte Allah'ım bir arabayı bir yere almak
Çalışma mı var burada? Canlı yayın ediyorsun abi. Ulan frene basma! Frene basma! Ağır ağır git, frene basma! Ömer'de kaldık, yollar her taraf dolu. Rampada kaldık, herkes kaldı. Vallahi. Hadi Allah'a emanet olalım, haydi.
Görüş mesafesi kısaldı. Paşaköy, Şile yolu burası. Evet. Araçlar ve tırlar kaldı şu anda. Kalmış durumda.
Istanbul Governor Davut Gül announced that schools will be closed on Friday, February 21, due to bad weather conditions. Governor Gül, in a press conference he held at the AFAD Center of Istanbul province, said, "In order to prevent our students from suffering, face-to-face educational activities in all educational institutions, including all official and private schools, general education centers and courses, have been suspended for one day." The snowfall that started yesterday in Istanbul continued to increase its effects at night. In the city covered in white, citizens gathered in the streets and parks, danced halay and played snowballs. Teams carried out salting and snow removal work on the TEM highway and the D100 highway throughout the night. Müjgan Kavcıoğlu, who was playing snowballs and dancing halay on the street in a similar district, said, "It hasn't snowed like this in Istanbul for years. The snow fell beautifully, so we decided to take advantage of it. We gathered the children in the neighborhood and greeted them with halay. We danced halay for a while and had fun. It's snowing in Istanbul, and the kids are having fun. Of course, we also had a childhood, so we are happy." In Gaziosmanpasa and Bagsalar, children took advantage of the school holidays to play snowballs in the snow-covered side streets and parks, while adults danced halay in the snow. The moments were captured on camera.
Abi gel, aman düşme, gel.
Due to the thickness of the snow, drivers had difficulty moving their vehicles on the TEM highway and the D100 highway. The increasing rainfall in some places in the Sarıyer district has caused visibility to decrease. Snowfall is expected to continue until the morning.
Görüş mesafesi kısaldı. Paşaköy.
Following the warning of the General Directorate of Meteorology, the snowfall that has been occurring periodically for 2 days in Istanbul increased its intensity. While residents who saw the snowfall flocked to the streets, some vehicles were stuck on the roads. Heavy snowfall began to show its effects in Istanbul. After the snowfall, which was especially effective in Bahçelievler, Küçükmiş, and Başakşehir, the ground was covered in white. All residents took advantage of the snowfall in Küçükmiş and took to the streets. Vehicles were stuck on the road in some places.
Gerçekten mükemmel yalnız. Tepsiye koydum birkaç tane böyle tanesi. Çok iri ya, öyle de değil.
Residents tried to save vehicles stuck on the road by pushing them. The snowfall, which continues to affect several districts of the city, also caused disruption to transportation.
Hoş geldiniz. Bugün 20 Şubat 2025 Perşembe.
2 IETT buses were stuck on the road in Beykoz Sobuklu neighborhood, Bogazici Street, due to snowfall. One of the buses managed to stop on the side of the road. Passengers who were close to their destination got off the bus and continued their journey on foot. Unable to stop on the slippery road due to snow in Ruzgarlabas neighborhood, a car hit a fence on the side of the road. The car was damaged in the accident. In Tuzla, where snowfall was heavy, drivers had difficulty moving on the snow-covered roads. Snowfall also started to show its effects in Sultanbeyli and Silivri. On the other hand, the moment when the IET bus was stuck on the road was captured by a citizen's mobile phone camera. Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality, IMM, Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu gave information at the Disaster Coordination Center, AKOM, about snowfall that will increase its impact in Istanbul tomorrow and Saturday. He warned citizens about heavy snowfall, stating that citizens should be careful about heavy snowfall. Ekrem İmamoğlu said, according to the information conveyed to us by our expert friends here, according to the reports they received from the meteorological department, heavier snowfall is expected to enter Istanbul in the morning. The heavy snowfall that is expected to start falling in the early hours of this morning will continue on Saturday. If we look at this whole perspective, there is only one thing to say. In other words, our citizens should be more careful than today, especially when going out on the road, and especially tomorrow. Another meaning of this is, if you have the opportunity, do not go out on the road with your vehicle tomorrow as much as possible. The fewer vehicles, the safer the actions on the ground. In addition, sometimes even when a vehicle breaks down on the road, it can block the entire axis, the flow of the road. In all these aspects, I reiterate our request to citizens to continue our work healthily. In view of the snowfall, which is expected to increase in intensity, especially in the early hours of tomorrow morning, we ask that our citizens be permitted to travel by private vehicle, unless absolutely necessary, wherever possible, and of course, if they do travel, they should be equipped with the necessary equipment to deal with snow and winter conditions. However, we advise that they do not go out other than that. We recommend that they use public transportation and travel this way, he said. Governor Gül, in a press conference held at the AFAD Center of Istanbul province, said, according to the latest data we received over the past 2 days, today's continued precipitation in the form of hail and snow has been effective on the Anatolian side. It is expected that the snowfall expected on Sunday will be effective on the European side. In order to prevent our students from suffering, face-to-face educational activities have been suspended for 1 day in all educational institutions, including all public and private schools, general education centers, and courses.
Seki çözüyor.